Hey guys! The racing, Rustland Grand Prix. We're talking about Fortnite and TF2 and all that. Talking about Season 2. Remember Season 2, Derek? I don't. What the hell do we do?
I don't know.
One of our.
Do we even have a Season 2?
Not a lot of it, because I didn't post a lot. I didn't start posting a lot until Season 4. Well, basically, we started with a few things we had from Season 3, and then Season 4, which was 2 years ago. That I remember. We started with Shantae and Pokemon Prism, I think. So we
it was 2 years ago. Season 4 was only,
it was only 2 years ago that we started being consistent. Yeah. It was not. It was 2 years ago. And
I don't know how our seasons work or like how the time frame works. I can't keep track of it. It also feels like we've been doing this for way longer than I think we actually have.
Really, the season structure was more for me to keep organized. I probably haven't mentioned it, but like we're changing it so now it reflects the year. The 10th season is just 20. I at least I'm sold on this. The 10th season is just 2020. Like that's it. That's what it is. Like season 10 ends at the end of 2020.
Season 11 will be the first week of 2021, and then we'll immediately go to season 12.
Dude, we could do something
just to make sure
that.
I can never keep track.
Seasons really don't mean anything. It's just like it's a time frame I've given myself of oh, this is when this stuff is, and by this time frame,
the last 3 days of
won't be relevant
2021
anymore.
will be I said the last 3 days of season of 2021 will be
13,
season
14, and 15.
Yeah.
That'd be funny actually.
Don't worry, we'll get up there in seasons. Look out, Simpsons.
Yeah. Apu is gone from Simpsons now. I don't much more to comment on that. I just kind of like, oh. Well, sorry, Apu's voice is gone. It's unclear what happened to Apu.
I don't watch The Simpsons really, so I want to. I've wanted to. Like this, I do on occasion. It's just I never really have had the opportunity to.
I sometimes look up at the AV Club to see reviews on The Simpsons, but I mean, obviously it's gone downhill. It had a bit of resurgence. It's gone downhill again. Now it seems like there are some episodes that are sometimes, like good, and then that's about it. That's what I gathered. I sometimes check the AV Club to see if there's any, because I mentioned it before, but I've always wanted to do a show where I like review TV shows, because I have a lot to say about TV shows, but it's like me and Derek are gonna discuss it. Derek, no. Dan verse, no, but I'm probably gonna show him. Maybe even tonight.
Because I live under a rock.
No, it's okay. A lot of people don't know Dan verse, actually.
Also in the forest. I'm under a rock in the forest.
It wasn't as popular as it really deserved to be. It's a funny as fuck show. It stars the guy who voices Snot on American Dad, as a guy who just hates everything. And he basically what happens is some weird set of circumstances occur. Like the most inconvenient circumstances happen to Dan. And then he's like, it causes him to blame like anything really. It could be something to like hamburgers, to a wolfman, to the president, the dead president, George Washington, to Canada, the entire country of Canada. And he just screams out their name, and the whole episode is him trying to get revenge on this thing. We'll watch it.
Dinkelburg.
Yeah, no, it's sort of like Timmy. It's like Timmy's dad going like Dinkelburg. That's exactly what it's like. Oh, I didn't want to retry. Well, I did. So
I had this thought like the last time I watched Fairly Odd Parents, because I just never really thought about it when I was a child. I think Dinkelburg is supposed to represent just a syndrome that adults just have, or at least boomers have.
What?
Which I'd like to call the Dinkelburg syndrome.
Okay.
Where
sure. I'm with it.
So I think so there I think there's when it comes to like owning a home, there's two types of people, or even just like living, I guess, somewhere. There's two types of people. You either want to get to know your neighbors and be friend, or you don't want to get to know your neighbors.
Right.
I think the people who don't want to get to know their neighbors ultimately regress into to have the Dinkelburg syndrome, where everything where they think that their that every single thing that their neighbor is doing is just like has some nefarious purpose.
It's some nefarious purpose. Derek,
like
why
so
are you
there's someone
at me next time? Why don't you? No,
so,
I don't. I just hate people. So it's
I'm not. So my like at where I live, it's not a neighbor,
no
but there's
neighbors.
someone who lives very close by.
Your neighbor's a fucking squirrel. What's it do? Jump out in front of your car as you drive to work?
There are a few houses around here.
No, Derek. Squirrels, trees do not count as houses.
So, anyways, if I look through like the woods, behind my house, I can see a house. I can see another house. It's actually a chalet.
You can see that far into the city?
Well, actually, there's a house, and then there's a chalet.
There is a convenient clearing of trees that lets you see a house that's that far away.
Actually, yeah. Anyways, it's like a couple hundred feet away.
Right.
And growing up, my parents have always had nothing good to say about the person who lives over there.
Right.
And I thought about I was thinking about this the one day because I was watching Fairly Odd Parents and like classic Timmy's dad does the Dinkelburg thing, and I thought to myself, I've never actually met the guy who lives over there. All I know is like I've only heard just like bad things about him.
Derek, plot twist. There's no guy that lives over there. Who's Rem? Oh God, no, that was bad.
That being said, I'm inclined to believe he is in fact a bad person from what I've heard from over there. I have seen the guy in passing.
Okay.
And also I also know for a fact that he has done some shitty stuff to us.
Okay. Well, he's thinking the same thing that you guys are thinking. They just both started out with a natural hatred for each other. They have no idea why. They're like, man, that neighbor sure is doing that one thing to piss me off.
My dad's also super nosy. Like if a car, actually, my parents both are super nosy. If a car ever drives up the road, which with good reason that they're kind of nosy, because like very few people like are around here in general. If you see a person like a car go up the road, it's honestly just kind of sketchy. Like no one has business being around here usually, really, or very few people have any business being around here.
Including the people that live there. They have no business being there.
They don't. In some of them, at certain times. Like my dad will like my dad will spy on the neighbors.
Right.
Like he'll like take a walk up the road. He sees a car go up the road that he doesn't recognize, or just like if he does, but like he's curious what someone is doing that lives further up the road.
I was so close. Right.
Or like he'll like walk down the road and like see what that one person that he has a Dinkelburg syndrome for is doing.
Right.
And
right.
He actually because like we can see the building through the trees. Sometimes sometimes he just look over there with like a pair of binoculars or something just to see what's going on.
Right.
The guy also does like construction like non fucking stop. He'll like run a digger, or what's it call it? Various like.
Besides build.
That's what he does. But like
well, he has
a couple machines that like he'll run. It's super annoying because like he'll run them from like 7 to 8 p.m. or before, even earlier or later.
Wow.
and but like go like clear trees, uh, flatten land, whatever, make paths in the woods,
I think that's
like all sorts
smart
of
of him.
crap.
I think that's smart business wise. That's how. Then like your house is just worth more. So if he wants to sell it, which I'm sure he does, he's just making it worth more.
Well, he, like I said, he lives up there, but he also has a chalet. So
A
like,
what?
um, a chalet, like
What?
like a lodge.
Okay.
People stay there.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Oh,
like
that even makes more sense. So he's just trying to get more people to stay there.
basically, it's annoying because some of the people who stay there are very irritating, annoying, loud, up all night. They'll blast music, like party hard all night, dance in September. How do you think we feel, Zinker? I don't know. He knows what he's getting into. We just live here.
Derek, you don't feel anything. I don't know how to tell you this.
Other
you
people
there.
do though.
Yeah. But who else lives in the woods? Okay, well we have a problem. I have no idea where that other letter
Parents
is.
do, but that's about it. Anyways, it's annoying. He's very irritating, which is why I'm inclined to believe that he's in everything. He is the embodiment of what Timmy Turner's dad believes Dinkelburg to be.
We've seen a lot of this track in these 2 episodes.
We sure have.
Yeah.
And
it's because whenever a new track comes, I just want to do like all the new stuff on the track to see what it is. All right, I'm jumping off here. All right, that was not the way to go. Now we know. Now we know.
We've learned. He also he recently actually, I think it was like this summer, he built a fence. Yeah, it's more like a wall actually. It's too tall to be a fence.
You know.
But he built a wall like around, like, I don't even think it goes all the way around his property. I think it just blocks off our view from his property actually.
That's what I would do if I had nosy, you know.
Nosy, yeah.
Me giving up saying words and life at the same time.
I mean, he can build what he wants to there. He's also been, well,
property
I don't see this. See, I don't know if this has happened or not too, but like, which is why I think like this is why what I mean by the Dinkelburg syndrome. He's been like my parents have accused him of moving property lines too, which is a big thing.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff he's building he doesn't have permits for, or so they say. I don't know if that's true or not.
There's the T.
He's
little hiding little devil. What's he doing there?
He's very much. He seems very much the kind of person to not like give a shit about like getting proper permits or whatnot.
Oh yeah, permits are just for the weak. What are the police gonna do? Come up to the woods and arrest him? They'd have to go to the woods, Derek. No one wants to go to the woods.
Some of the stuff that we're pretty sure he's done is actually like really like morbid too.
What? Spill tea.
Well,
I need that tea, sis.
he had a bunch of dogs. He had a couple of dogs, and then he ceased to have a couple of dogs suddenly.
Okay. Did you hear?
I believe, or what was believed to have happened was that that they basically got that he basically just kind of blocked them up while he was gone somewhere, and then they were like while he was gone for like a couple days or whatnot, and they just kind of perished as things do. Yeah.
That's sad.
See, I don't know if that happened or not though, because like I don't know if I was younger when this happened, so like I didn't see it. I didn't I don't know any specifics. I don't know if it's just like parents being like the Dinkelburg syndrome, or if it's like something that actually happened.
Tiger Temple. Okay. Guess we're going to Tiger Temple.
Even like with moving property lines, I don't know if that's something that he's been caught doing or if it's just that, like my dad's just like sure that he did, but like, you know, has no proof or anything, or like he might just think that he did, but he may just be wrong. I don't know.
I also would not have the answers to that for you. Actually, this Dusty Rider orange is gross, but whatever. We take it. We're in the Rustlands, guys. Everything's rusty. Next time on Speletons. Bye-bye.